And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. Got a great one lined up. The Midnight Token. Cardano. Now, let's look at this because... Let me get this thing out of the way. All right. This is all very interesting. I'm noticing now. Cardano has been like a train wreck for 6 years. But, and it might be all intentional on purpose to fool people. I wouldn't doubt it. Look, what I do in my program is this. I report news as I see it. I'm not taking sides. I'm not married to a crypto. I don't give a fuck, man. I'll sell this and buy that and switch it out. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't get all butthurt when people say anything about XRP. I don't need to feel, I don't have the need, I don't feel the need to try to protect a crypto or a particular channel. Because basically, I don't give a fuck what people say. I find my own research. I confirm what I need to know. I go out, I get my research done myself. And when I'm satisfied, then I make a program. That's how I do it. I don't follow any other channel. I don't listen to the people at Ripple. I mean, look, people are like, oh, yeah, Brad Garlinghouse, yeah, rock star status. And, dude, I don't fucking care, man. Like, I'll poke holes in anything. That's how you find truth, is you critically examine something. And I've critically examined these different cryptos. I don't care one way or the other. I have no rock stars in this crypto space. It's a sham. It's fake. It's the government pretending to be a crypto company. That's all this shit is. The government officials. I mean, look at, I like President Trump, but who did he just put in the Treasury? Scott Bessent. Who's that? That's like George Soros's right-hand man. You guys hearing me on this? And then, listen to this. Who started this Ripple lawsuit? Jay Clayton, under President Trump. Right now, who's in charge of national intelligence? Jay Clayton. He just got hired to do that job. What? I'm telling you. So, I deeply despise the way the Democrats are going about their business. I used to be a Democrat for 4 years in Obama's first term. I was a Republican, then became Democrat. Then after, right in Obama's second term, it got really kind of weirdo cray-cray, okay, with all the transvestite shit and the boys becoming girls and the Muslim shit. I'm just like, whoa. So I'm saying this to show you that I look at things how I see them. Sure, I like President Trump. Do I do everything he says like a robot? No. I'll clown whoever. It doesn't fucking matter. You know who I look out for? Me, myself, and I, and any of you want to join my club. That's who I look out for. So what we have is a president who, look, nobody's in control of themselves. I mean, look at this channel. They fucking bust down everything I do. I remember having a TikTok, and I grew that shit in a month to like 40, 50,000 people. And then TikTok just started, violation. And they destroyed my channel in like a week. I mean, shit happened. Then I did it again. And that time I can only build 20,000 viewers a month. It's just, I know that I'm doing the right thing because these communists, which are the government, are shadow banning me. I already know. It's not going to stop me from doing it. They think, we'll reduce his viewership from 1 million a month to 180,000. They can keep sucking dicks, man. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. My job is to get loyal followers that support this channel, and then I'm going to teach you everything that I see. And then these gatekeepers can go back to sucking dicks because I'm not going to stop showing the evidence that I find. You know, they're like, Crypto Hulk could have 1 million followers. Yeah, but I'd have to go selling out this and selling out that. I'm going to deep dive and show what I think you need to see. to expose what I discovered. Doesn't mean I know the truth. I'm not saying I know the truth. I'm showing evidence. That's what I do. I show evidence. So when I show, or I don't show, in Cardano's case, in 6 years of having crypto show, Cardano's never here. Oh yeah, the Brokies will be off this channel. Brokies only watched the show for about 13 minutes. I got the timer here, I know. But you guys that watch the full hour, it's about putting in work. I was talking to my brother the other day, and I said I have a meter, and I can see the average view time on my show is about 15 minutes or something like that. Now, maybe people come back and watch it again. I don't know. But I told him, I got people that commute, let's say an hour, like 30 minutes each way to work. They'll put my show on while they're driving halfway to work, and then they drive back. So they watch the whole show while they're driving. I got a family member that has an a shop. So while they open up the shop at 7 a.m., get it all set up and stuff, Crypto Hulk show starts. And they're turning on the lights and checking everything. And, you know, so they kind of incorporate the show into their daily life so they can keep learning. And eventually you'll be earning. Okay. That's the whole intention. So with Cardano, I haven't seen Cardano do shit for six years. I've seen no adoption, no nothing, this, that. And that's based on what I've found. I'm not saying Cardano is not doing anything. I'm just saying I research and I report, and I've found no evidence. So maybe they've been doing some stuff under the table and stuff we can't see. Okay, I can't see that thing. I report. I don't report the truth. I report what I find. I don't know what the truth is. What do? I give you findings. I give you my research findings. And then from that, we try to figure out what is true. I don't know what the truth is. Never claimed it. I've only claimed to know this much about crypto. I find research findings and I report them to you. That's all that I do. Now, the midnight token, for me, it's a midnight show, then a 10 a.m. show. Stuart Lavelle. All right. Let me look up midnight. There's the token right there. You know, then this person on the show is like, what are the 3 cryptos he dumped? These are the brokey people. These people are so fucking broke. I'm not going to, they don't even watch my program. He just wants to know the 3 cryptos I dumped. I'm like, wow, what a dummy. Those are the broke people. They don't have an hour to watch my program. They just want to know what cryptos I bought, which ones I sold. These are the dumb people out there. These are the people that get destroyed. The minute the big tidal wave comes, they're like, oh my God. And they sell off and they do. You and me, let the tidal wave fucking dump on me. I don't fucking care. I'm not going. Let the tornado come. I'll chain my ankle to the ground because I'm not going anywhere. That's just how I am. Let all the horror stories and the scary stuff. That's why I got the law firm. They're protecting my crypto. These motherfuckers aren't taking my shit. That's how I got my shit set up. My crypto's in the LLC with the Crypto Hulk lawyer. If you don't have it, you're going to be paying so many millions in taxes. You're going to be so ass raped. Your booty hole is going to be the size of a softball. Okay. But I just, I didn't want to spend $2,000 or $3,000 on any legal shit. I just wanted to get the crypto. You're so fucking stupid. That's why you're watching me. I'm not watching your show. All right. Jeffrey Gaylord. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Hey, Jeff. Jeffrey Gaylord's a member, like a $200 member. When you're a $200 member, you have access to just calling me up. And let's keep it business focused. I don't have time. I got so many people, but just I'm here to answer all your questions that I can figure out. And if I can't figure it out, then I bullshit my way through the rest. Some people like crypto. I want to buy this crypto. Can you look it up really quick? If I'm by my computer, sure. I'm usually awake while I do the show. I'm usually available for calls. If they're super short, I can handle them before 11 a.m. Pacific. Like after my show, like if I'm at the gym or something, if I know it's a quick call, like 1, 2, 3 minutes, because usually I'll take 5 minutes per set for exercise, then I can get a call and answer. But if it's somewhere you need 10, 15, I can't answer that fucking call until I get home and shit. But I'm able to accommodate everybody who's on the membership, the $200. I got a Patreon $200 as well. Some people just don't. Some people like Patreon. They like what Patreon stands for. There's no. Then some people love YouTube. I love YouTube, but I don't like the people that work there. That's kind of bittersweet. Patreon, I like some things about Patreon, and but they need to have a bigger audience. It's like, so nothing's perfect. I'm trying out 2 channels. You see, because with YouTube, when I used to have 1 million hits per month, and then they communists chopped me down, they cock blocked me to about 180,000 a month. They wiped out about 80% of my views. So that's why I'm trying to start another channel, because it's called Growing My Business. So I'm not going to just stay on YouTube. And if I open up all these social media channels, oh yeah, sure, you get that for free because you join YouTube. No, dumbass. Okay. I'm trying to grow a business here. It's not a welfare thing. If you don't want to join YouTube, don't join YouTube. Join the Patreon. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I got one guy that's got memberships on both. Okay. Hey, do whatever the fuck you want to do. All right. You're supposed to be an adult. You need to figure this shit out. Okay. What I need to do, is have an AI bot. I can open up 10 social media channels. I need an AI bot to like replace what I do. Then I can probably make 10 times the money. 10 times the money. All right. What do we got in here? Did anyone else here MetaMask shoot up over 10,000? That's the thing. I don't even care, man. It goes up, it goes down. That's how it's been for 6 years. Let's talk about the Midnight Token. Let's talk about something important. The Midnight Token's almost 2 cents. Oh, nice. Okay. Midnight Token is 0.01. So it's 0.018. That is 1.8 cents. Midnight Token. We're talking about it again. I think there's something to this Midnight Token. From my evidence that I've found, I'm not seeing a whole lot of shit with Cardano. But I'll tell you what, this Midnight Token thing keeps popping up, doesn't it? Weren't we just talking about this like 2 weeks ago? Well, let's look at this Midnight Token here, because you're going to love it. Let me take a little looky-loo. Okay. Here's the article right here. I want you to see what's going on, everybody. Now it's time. My name's Cryptoholic, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. What I do know is how to get really fucking high. Heroin, cocaine, mescaline, PCP, angel dust, AKA motor oil, whatever it is. I get so high, snort it, smoke it, inject everything you can imagine. I'm super fucking high. Every single show I've ever made. If you're in the $200 membership group, don't listen to a word I say. It's all AI. On the phone, that's not me. It's AI, okay? In my spare time, I got me and Chucky Chucky's the weekend supervisor. It's not the weekend yet, but here's Chucky.
Showtime. I'll be back. I always come back.
So Chucky's the weekend supervisor. Him and then Zoltar's over here. Usually on the weekends, we go out, smoke methamphetamine, and pick up midget strippers. Okay, so what we got here is, if you're, check this out. I got to take a quick pause. My show has evolved. No, we haven't came from monkeys, but what you could do this weekend, if you believe in evolution, is go to the zoo. Go to the zoos or a couple zoos and go see your relatives. Go buy a 12-pack of bananas and then go see your relatives in the zoo who have not evolved yet. And say, hey, Uncle Jim, how you doing? And throw them a banana. Have some courtesy. Have some courtesy for your relatives since you evolved from a fucking chimp, okay? All right. Hulk, what's the orange-colored drink you're drinking? It's a Gatorade 2 with like very low sugar, or no sugar. I didn't read the label. Mrs. Hulk got it. Today, the reason I'm drinking the Gatorade is after this, I got to do leg extension, leg curl, and some leg press. And that's going to involve high reps, which is going to burn out a lot of the electrolytes, which is going to cause cramping. So to prevent that, I have to hydrate. And then when I go to the gym, I'm going to dump a liquid IV pack in there. It does kind of like the same thing because legs require a lot of electrolytes. And I don't want to cramp up. It gets real painful. Okay, now that that's done, thanks for asking the question. So what... And then, for breakfast, I had a teaspoon of sea salt. So that's very important, having salt. So that's another subject. We could have a special show on what supplement. I could bring all my supplements out that I take. But it's another show. As you know, over the past, I'd say 3 years, my show has evolved. Evolution, revolution. I like monkeys, but not related, Hulk. Okay. Says Robert Bob Driscoll. I now have a referral to investment people. So even though I'm not a financial advisor, I had a Crypto Hulk customer says that, hey, I got like a lot of money. I don't want to say how much on the air. And he's like, I have this financial advisor, but I just kind of want a different one. Can you help me find one? Because the guy, I guess, has been watching my show for a year or two. He trusts me. Imagine that. Why the hell? It's all the drugs. I told him I'd have to snort 10 lines of cocaine before I found him a financial advisor. But I found one. So what I do now is I have financial advisor referral. This guy's got lots of money. And I've got a connection for him. He's probably watching the show now. But I'm going to have you text me. You know who you are. But I'll try to remember to text you. I'm going to need your email. If you could send that to my phone. The financial advisor person wants to contact you through an email first. But now things are changing in crypto. It's different than how it was 6 years ago. So I now have high net worth individual referrals, and they're special. You can get in on everything: crypto, stock, bond, derivative, the whole shot, everything, gold, metals, everything. So maybe this is a new chapter in Crypto Hulk show. I know in the future, once this crypto takes off, my show's over. So I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. But I'll ride this show until the end. And then I'll have to evolve into some kind of financial advisor. Yeah, you can contact me because this financial advisor is tied in, might even be tied into my channel in the future. I'm going to kind of test right. You know how we test drove Caleb and Brown? So I saw your message, Omar. Yeah, just contact me. I'll contact you later. So I let you guys try out Caleb Brown first. Then I joined it. This new financial advisor, I might end up adding him to the program. It's kind of like a hush-hush, kind of not advertised right now. It's kind of word of mouth. I don't know if I'll ever be partnered up with that financial advisor or not, but I'm going to start referring people to them if you call me, and I'll get you in contact with them because if they're going to, it's part of my program to like, I mean, you guys are going to go from being, we're all going to go from being brokies to rich. And we need a financial advisor for our future. So once we get to that point where we're all net worth 1 million, then I'm going to incorporate that financial team to my channel as well. So I'll have the Crypto Hulk law firm, the Crypto Hulk brokerage, crypto exchange, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll have the Crypto Hulk financial advisor. Because legally I can't give people financial advice. And I'm going to have people that do that for a living. Because that's my area is research. My area is really not crypto. It is crypto, but it's research. And these people I might add to my team. We'll see how it goes. So if you're out there and you got a good chunk of change to invest, then, and I don't know what that lower bottom number is with this company, $500,000 or something, maybe. I don't know. $250,000. I have no idea. I just kind of briefly talked to them, and they know somebody who I'm partnered up with in my other businesses. So yeah, there we go. Okay. I want you to see what's going on here. There's a company called Open Assets and a company called Partior. We've gone over Partior a lot with Open Assets in the past. Over the past years, I remember the Partior network pops up. Guess what? This thing is starting to go. We were always on the target, okay? We were always going over the right articles. We're just waiting and waiting. Now it's finally starting to hit, okay? Partior, this is a short article. Then I'm going to go into the deep dive, and we're going to discuss what crypto is involved with this. The Midnight Token, okay? Now, this is just the first of, like, all these companies now, they're all starting to click up like a gang, okay? Partior, a blockchain-powered settlement platform, has jointly completed a proof of concept so Partior just completed a proof of concept with Open Assets. We're going over 2 financial companies that are coming together because they want to sell crypto to become rich, okay? All right? This is what we're seeing here. They want to have delivery versus payment. So what we got going on is I send you money. I hope to get my product. What we have now, they're testing this and it works. The minute I send my money, the minute you send your product, okay? Part of the problem in what we call settlement, okay, as you got delivery versus payment and settlement. The problem in the financial world in the past has been, how do I know if I send you $10 million, am I going to get my shit right away? Well, they had a proof of concept and they'd proven that this works, okay? According to Partior, and according to Open Assets, both parties, they had what's called a proof of concept, and it demonstrated simultaneous exchange between crypto, regular stable coins, and commercial bank deposits. And this is intended to eliminate principal and counterparty risk. What just happened here? Let me tell you again. A company called Open Assets and a company called Partior have been testing crypto, and they're using Midnight Token amongst other cryptos. Because remember, all good cryptos, they work together. They have different use cases, all right? So what they did is they sent crypto, digital assets, whatever you want to call them, bank deposits, tokenized bank deposits, and they all sent and they all received at the same time. Send and receive at the same time. Bam, instant settlement on both ends. That's how the system's going to work, okay? Midnight Token helped facilitate this. I know it seems weird saying it. Look, I'm not playing favorites, even though I hate Cardano. Or maybe I'm not interested in it's just, it is what it is, okay? I report facts on what I see. So if it's Cardano related, then so be it. I don't fucking care, okay? We got to look at facts. We got to make money. Additionally, this test that they did utilized tokenized deposits as the settlement asset, aiming to highlight the ability of tokenized commercial bank money to serve as the primary transaction layer between institutions. The concept also showcased end-to-end orchestration in the form of interoperable automated coordination from stablecoin and asset movement through the ledger reconciliation and credit delivery. Finally, the proof of concept tests they just did provided institutions with the ability to settle or redeem stablecoin obligations in real time, either per transaction. We could probably say micropayments, couldn't we? Sounds kind of like a Zebic type thing, huh? They could either settle per transaction or in bulk based on relevant corridor needs and liquidity provisions. So if they didn't have a whole bunch of a certain kind of crypto at once, they could move them like small amounts at the same time and try to recycle them, okay? What their goal is with this project was to bridge historically fragmented silos. So you've got different, let's say, platforms that don't talk to each other. Midnight Token, amongst others, are able to help bridge these different silos so they can talk and trade all together. That's basically kind of what happened. They're connecting to a diverse ecosystem of financial market infrastructure, building an interoperable network. Oh, that lowers barriers to entry. Let's look at the deep dive here and learn a little more, shall we? Now, let me look. This is weird. Hold on, I've been having problems with Grok. Let me do something here real quick. We're dealing with the Partior, and I'm not sure if it was Midnight Token or not. Because my Grok, I had to do it. It's something very weird happened. Yeah. Besides losing everything in my email, my Grok is now acting like nothing before. Let me. So what was happening is the midnight token, I think, was from a different article. Because what I'm using is the open asset article, and I put it into Grok, and Grok's showing me another article, and I'm like, what? Like, I was having problems with Grok yesterday. I had to redo my search project. It was a fucking mess. Now I have it saved, my search phrase somewhere. It was a disaster. Let me have Grok populate this. I do have another article with Bloomsbury where the midnight token is the one that's used. Let me see what this article here, if Grok will ever complete this search. And this is what I'm talking about. Grok's been acting up. Now Grok's taking a minute and a half to do this search. Yesterday, what Grok was doing was spitting out a search that was this big. And now Grok finally gets the shit done. Took him almost 2 minutes. Okay, open assets. Here's the deep dive. Hopefully this one is the right one. Open assets and Partior completed a proof of concept. It demonstrated atomic delivery versus payment between digital assets, regulated stablecoins, and commercialized bank tokens. We basically have, when somebody sends some money, the other person sends a product. It all happens at the same time. Now, this project, these two companies, it's based on Project Ubin. It's still not a full. Okay, I guess that's better. This open asset and Partior. So back about 8 years ago or 6 years ago, there's a project that the Monetary Authority of Singapore was working on with the central banks. It was called Project Ubin. We discussed it. There was project this, project. There's 10 projects or more, okay? And this project actually started 2016, and it ended 2020. It was called Project Ubin, and it was led by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Now, y'all know about Ripple Singapore. I'm not going to show you the evidence now. But even you've never heard this on any other crypto channel except Crypto Hulk. It's fascinating how I've been showing you Ripple Singapore. They had wallets, all this stuff. They had a vault that they would keep the gold and silver. Ripple had a vault. No, have you ever heard any other channel talk about this? No. These people don't know shit, okay? They've been making Ripple crypto videos for 8 years, and not once have they told you about Ripple Singapore, the wallet that they had, the gold vaults that Ripple has over there. Not once have they ever talked about that shit because they don't fucking know, because these other channels are dumb as shit, okay? Project Ubin is where it started. Now, the people involved in that were DBS Bank, JP Morgan, Standard Chartered. Why is Standard Chartered involved? That's a Ripple partner right there. Temasek. That's a Singapore bank, I believe. Massive Ripple partner, okay? Project Ubin, its focus was multi-currency clearing and settlement of bank money and all that. Remember now, Who was involved in that project? Standard Chartered, which is Ripple, and then Temasek Bank, which is Ripple. Now, they might have been using Ripple technology. I'm not saying Ripple is involved in this project. They don't need to be. Ripple has open source ledger, okay? But Standard Chartered and Temasek are definitely running XRP, okay? So they were running this project over there called Project Ubin from 2016 to 2020. That ended 6 years ago. Now, Open Assets, the company, they have 40 team members on that project. Let me skim through. They're showing the Partior, who are the leadership at Partior, and then Open Assets, who are the leadership. A guy, Gabor Gurbacs, Gurbacs. He led strategy at Van Eck. He pioneered crypto indices. These are like the big time players right here. Van Eck, yeah, a lot of Van Eck people getting in on this. It's almost like the traditional trading houses are now getting into crypto. Are you seeing this? And they're using companies that have done Project Ubin. They're getting into these companies, joining with them, trying to run crypto so they can incorporate it and sell it and trade it. That's what we're seeing here right now with this. I want you to see what's going on. You're not going to get rich this week or next month. We're seeing companies here literally joining together, getting their crypto strategies tested. They're testing it, and it worked. It worked. Okay. Open Assets and Partior, you're getting Wall Street, you're getting tech companies coming together because they're going to let this thing rip. Whenever that day comes, I don't know. I don't fucking care. It's whenever it happens is when it happens, okay? What I'm showing you now is what are they doing? They're hooking them up together. Partior is a permissioned blockchain distributed ledger technology network. And it has a what? A global unified ledger. Now, what ledger do you think that might be? Gee, I don't know. Maybe because Standard Chartered, Ripple Partner, and Temasek, Ripple Partner involved. I have no idea, Crypto Hulk, who that could be. I wonder if Ripple's involved. And you got Open Assets. They're involved in industrial grade crypto infrastructure. Interoperable, programmable tokenization. Oh, shit. They're working with Linux. Oh, what? Let's do a copy paste here, everybody. Oh, we got Amazon involved. Oh, shit. Let me show you what they're all doing, everybody. There's that. I'm showing you right here who's all involved. There's your Amazon. There's your Linux. Now, I'm not showing you all the evidence with Linux. That's going to take too long. What we got with Linux. Linux is hooked up with the DTCC. Linux has an open platform. Linux is getting all these good cryptos like DTCC with Stellar. Linux joined with Consensus. That's where Linea, the crypto Linea comes in, but now they call it Lineth. And that's where, now who tokenizes for Linea? The Rise token, RIZE. Canton is with, the Rise token tokenizes for Canton, who's a partner of the DTCC. The DTCC and Linea are connected. Linux, the DTCC and Linux are connected. Linea was given to the Linea was given to Linux by Consensus along with Hyperledger Besu. All these are all connected together. And that's what we're seeing right here in this article with Partior. You got open assets is a partnership. Open assets contributes to open standards via the Linux Foundation. Oh, nice. So we have right here a company called Partior who's worked with open assets. They ran a proof of concept. They have an open interoperable global ledger. Then all of a sudden we find out, Linux Foundation is involved. Well, then we can throw in Canton Network, DTCC, Linnea, Hyperledger Besu. We could throw Stellar in there. Now it's starting to, now we got to include Amazon, and Amazon and Ripple are partners in the cloud. It's starting to look pretty good, Crypto Hulk. So where do you think they're getting their open interoperable ledger from? Of course, the Amazon Google Cloud. It's all connected. You got Ripple's been working with Google, Amazon, all these. They're all connected. Remember, all good cryptos, they're going to work together. You probably have 10 cryptos in here that are making this Partior open asset thing happen. We just mentioned about 4 or 5 of them right here. Core use case. For Partior, it's real-time, atomic, multi-currency cross-border payments. Foreign exchange payments versus payment. Then open asset is a tokenization as a service infrastructure. Bridging. Open assets bridges traditional finance, everybody. And I just told you all the cryptos they're doing that with. Stellar. Hyperledger Besu is a technology. Linnea is a crypto. Canton's a crypto. Rise is the tokenizer for Canton. Those are all the cryptos involved with this. Again, Standard Chartered Bank is all over this. Valor Capital. Miston Labs. Isn't that SUI, the SUI crypto? Chainlink's involved. Emirates. The Emirates Nancy Boy David, which is the NBD, went live on Partior earlier in July 2026. They're getting this all set up, everybody, very quickly right here. You can see this. Deutsche Bank processed already on this platform. Oh, man. Tether is involved with this. The Tether Hadron linked network. Amazon Van Nacht. Partior is a bank-backed production-oriented distributed ledger technology settlement network. It's for bank money and deep traditional finance roots. And it originated from Project Ubin, which involves Singapore, which is Ripple Singapore and all that shit. It's all connected. We've been right for 6 years on this show. I just don't know when all this starts. It starts when it starts. That's when it starts. So again, you've got DBS Bank involved, JP Morgan, Standard Chartered, Deutsche Bank, Emirates, NBD. You've got Temasek involved, Partior with Van Eck involved, Tether with its Hadron involved, and they're shooting money back and forth. testing out delivery versus payment. Proof of concept's done. They're just officially testing it for everybody. This is already done, ready to go. It's not like they got to work on this shit and all that. No, it's done. This is what I'm trying to show you. They're all hooking up now. Every single day I have a program. Every single day I'm showing you institution after institution after institution. I don't care about the price. Let's buy the crypto that they're using to form the future of finance. I'm showing you what cryptos, what technologies are involved, what banks are involved. This is too fucking easy to know what cryptos to buy. All right. Next, Articulo. Let me click out of that. Open asset. Bloomsbury. Okay, here's the Cardano Midnight one. Here's the article for that. Let's go into our next deep dive. We could knock it out in 15 minutes. Okay, we got a company called Bloomsbury. Bloomsbury Money integrates with Clearbank. Again, I want you to see what's going on in the real world with crypto. The last article we just read, we got the Partior linking up with the other financial company, okay? And this one, we got the same thing. Bloomsbury Money hooks up with Clearbank, okay? Remember what I said 6 years ago? We're going to have 100 exchanges. In the end, we're going to have 10. What are we seeing right here? Well, it looks like they're all consolidating, Crypto Hulk. It looks like these crypto exchanges are joining with this. Yeah, it's just like I said. You have 100 exchanges 6 years ago, and in the end, you'll have 10. Now, I don't know exactly. I'm just saying. The point of the matter is you're going to have a whole ton of exchanges, and in the end, you're probably going to have a couple handfuls, okay? And that's it. I was exactly right what I was saying 6 years ago. Now, you have a company called Bloomsbury Money. It's out of Jersey, a digital financial services provider. Has integrated Clearbank's infrastructure into its network to improve payment capabilities and move funds more efficiently across multiple industries. Everybody, are you seeing what's going on right now? These financial companies, banks, and crypto companies are merging. They're using crypto technology now to move funds efficiently across multiple industries and jurisdictions. It's already starting. They're not waiting for crypto laws, just like I told everybody in February when you were joining my $500 for 3 months stuff. I said, look, they ain't going to wait for laws. They're just going to fucking do it. Democrats are going to fight it the whole way. And then in the end, it's like having to put a gun up to the Democrats' heads and say, vote on this, okay? Okay, I'll vote yes. But that's what it's going to take, okay? Now, what's happening here is Bloomsbury clients will gain access to SWIFT, SEPA Instant, CHAPS, BACS, all of this. It's all getting hooked up. This crypto is getting hooked up into the financial system right in front of you. I'm showing you right here. Prices aren't going to go, like, they aren't going to go up at a 45-degree angle. Look, you could literally have a fucking chimpanzee investor type. This crypto is not going to go up at a 45-degree angle to where a chimpanzee investor can see it. Well, look, the chart's going, we have to buy crypto. Look at that 45-degree. It just keeps going. Gee, I think I need to buy crypto. It's not going to be like that, dummies, okay? It's going to do nothing, and all of a sudden it takes off, and you miss out. That's why you're a brokey. When I'm showing you all the evidence right here, you only have 13 minutes to watch the show. And then you're off to watching some dumb shit. And then later, you know what? How are you going to face your family or friends? We're going to be rich here. And you're going to be fucking broke. Oh, man, I should have done this or I should have. Yeah, you should have got a fucking life, but you have none. What we're watching here is these two financial institutions are now hooked up into the SEPA Instant, SWIFT, the pound sterling clearing, faster payments, chaps, backs, wired, GT, all that. They're all hooking up right in front of you. The prices ain't going up. I'm showing you what cryptos to buy. The Midnight Foundation is involved in this one. It's like, what, 2 cents or something? People, that's why these people are going to be so fucking broke. You're all going to be super rich, and these people are going to be fucking broke at their low-paying jobs, living in that shitty-ass house, wearing their shitty-ass clothes, saying, oh, you just got lucky. No. The reason you're fucking brokey is because you only spend 13 minutes on a 1-hour program. That's why you're a fucking broke dick, okay? And we'll say it to your face. Now, it's expanded. This whole payment platform that they're testing and doing all this, it all works, and it's expanding. It's going to start including real-time foreign exchange conversions, local and cross-border payments. All of this, it's all getting hooked up right now as we speak. I'm showing you with the article. You can read the article yourself. They're showing you it's being hooked up. But your thing is, because you're conditioned to watching dumb shit content online, your conditioning is, well, the price doesn't go up. Stop worrying. I don't even care about price. When I buy crypto, price is a lot. I don't give a fuck about the price, okay? Now, if the price dumps, that's when I buy. But now here's the other thing. I noticed Ondo crypto, the price is up at 40 cents. I don't know when I get paid on the first of the month, but there's a couple cryptos that I'll tell you, if you're a $200 member, I'll tell you, but I'm probably going to dump my paycheck into one of 2 cryptos. I got 2 cryptos on my mind, and I'm going to dump my whole paycheck into one. So let's see which one it is. I'm not quite certain, but I keep seeing it. Like, I think I got to get this one because I'm seeing it popping up in the news all the time. Now, here's what's interesting. Bloomsbury says that its suite of services, its brand new suite of crypto and all that, it can be accessed through native banking platform. They don't need to build another platform, everybody. That's how they're doing it. They figured out a way. These crypto companies have figured out a way how to use crypto on their same platform. They don't have to switch. Oh, man. Yep. They made this idiot proof. Until I got crypto on my Wells Fargo wallet, and I might already have it, and they're not telling us. That's what they're doing. They can use their traditional platform and still use crypto on it. Wells Fargo might not have to do all this they might have them like a minor upgrade or something like that. But they're getting ready right now. They're hooking up right now. I'm showing you. It's not going to take a thing like, well, we got to wait another year or two. They're hooking up right now and testing it. I'm showing you this right here. Now, let's look at the deep dive. Let's get into this deep dive. Bloomsbury Money is the name of it. It's a Jersey limited trading company. It's a neobank provider of what? Multi-currency banking, foreign exchange, global payments. Look at everybody. Look at all they're all ready to go. Ultra high net worth clients are doing this. Remember, I told you the top people are going to get rich first, not us. So you can just sit there on your little cheap chair you got. This is what's happening. The ultra high net worth clients are all being hooked up first. That's why I went with Ondo, because it's tied right in there with BlackRock. And yes, it's 40 cents. But you think BlackRock's going to wait till the end? No, BlackRock's going to go first. And guess what? My holdings of Ondo are going to take off first, okay? But it's 40 cents, Crypto Hawk. It's 40 cents. See, that's why you're a fucking broke dick, is because you're stuck on price again, stupid. You got to focus on what are the partnerships to that crypto. And with Ondo, the partnership is the biggest company in the world with assets under management, BlackRock. I don't give a fuck that it's 40 cents. That's why you're broke, because you're watching these other channels and your mind is fucked up, okay? All righty then. You explained that pretty well, Crypto Hulk. Thank you very much. Now, ClearBank infrastructure integration. The ClearBank infrastructure integration is the immediate trigger. ClearBank positions Bloomsbury as a bridge between traditional payment rails and stable coin. They got the bridge, everybody. They're using it right now. They're hooking up high net worth individuals. I'm showing you this right here. Where are we at as far as time? 4 minutes. Okay, I got to really hustle. Bloomsbury Money was founded in 2025. Are you seeing this? They're already hooked up, and they started last year. Like, bam, all of a sudden now they're ready to go. They come out of nowhere. They're all ready to go right now. It's go time, everybody. They're all hooking up. This whole project is the bridge. That's what they're doing. Bloomsbury is hooking up, and they got a bridge now for the ultra rich. Who are the guys involved in all this? A guy named Manu Chadari. He's only got 20 years in office derivatives. He only worked at Lloyd's of London, Barclays, shit like that. Not a big deal. You got Chris Park. He's only got 27 years in financial services. Chris Park and Chris Clark. So the first guy, the CEO of the company is called Chris Park with a P. The next guy working there is Chris Clark. He's only got 20 years in Jersey financial services. Not a big deal. Then you got Mike Ross. Mike Ross is head of trading. He used to work at Standard Chartered Zodiac Custody. He also has 30 years in institutional sales. Well, that's not a big deal. You got Jamie Henderson. He came out of Zodiac Custody. That's all Ripple, everybody. Two of the leaders on this company, they're all using Ripple partner, Zodiac Custody. This is all Ripple tech right here. You got MasterCard involved. They're Ripple partners. Now, let's look at the more partners they got. MasterCard, like I said. But then we got the Midnight Foundation right there. Bam. So Cardano's Technology Midnight Foundation. Why does it work? Because it's running on the XRP ledger. That's why. There you go. There's your evidence right there. Now you've got Zodia Markets involved. That's the Ripple Connect. That's the Ripple connection. So what did I just show you? A midnight foundation running on the XRP ledger. That's why it works. That's why midnight works, because it's running on the XRP ledger. Okay. We got Fireblocks involved in this. Clearbank is helping the Bloomsbury company. And the two cryptos that I'm seeing involved are Ripple and Midnight Token. And this is for who? The ultra high rich. They wouldn't be using Midnight Token if it was a pile of shit, okay? They wouldn't be using it. They're using that and Ripple. That's the only ones that I would guess that are here. I'm sure there's others. I just don't see them, okay? The two very obvious ones, the two very obvious crypto involved in this is Midnight and Ripple. Now, there's going to be other ones. I just don't see them, okay? It doesn't mean they're not there. I'm not seeing them. But they're there. Trust and believe. There's probably another 8 cryptos involved in this shit. They're hiding. That's what these companies do. They hide shit like that, so you can't see. All right. I just rattled off today at least 7 or 8 cryptos for you to look into if you're brand new. And let me check the comments, and then we're done. Talent pipeline. Okay, that'll be it. I'll work on a PM show. If I have another show today, it'll be on the Patreon, and that would be at around maybe 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific. So with that, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.